All right, friends, welcome. We're playing some Standard as we get ready here for the Regional Championship coming up this weekend where I am doing coverage at. Pretty exciting, right? And should be a lot of fun. Hope to see you there. And this is a deck that I have not actually played yet. It is the Omniscience deck. And it's kind of a weird one where it's an all-in combo deck in Standard. It is certainly somewhat fragile, but does pretty well also. It was the fourth most played deck in the European RC last weekend. A deck that always seems to have it. You know, where they somehow on turn 5 always have the Omniscience, they have the Awakening, they have the second Omniscience in hand to cast when you go to Burst Lightning, they're a 1/1 Omniscience or whatever, and so on and so forth. Sure, but basically it's a combo deck looking to get Omniscience to the graveyard, and then use Abuelo's Awakening to bring it back as a 1/1 flyer. And then when you do that, you have an Omniscience in play, you can cast spells for free, right? So you cast Stock Ups and Rolling Dragonstorms and everything else. This deck has a different kill. Used to use this 5 mana inch battle that would get a card from your sideboard, and kind of a convoluted kill. The kill here is simpler. You're just playing Meringue River Regent, which is a phenomenal card in and of itself. It draws cards, it's a threat. You can bounce stuff, be a plan B, but you just cast these for free. You bounce your Rolling Dragonstorms, and then you cast the Rolling Dragonstorm, and this can bounce, can't bounce itself, but if you have two of them, it can bounce each other. And you kind of just loop through your entire deck. You don't actually win the game on the spot, I believe. There's no way to, but you just make an insane board of like a bunch of stuff with 4 counterspells in your hand or whatever. I'm sorry, it's not even playing the counterspell either. It's not playing the 4-mana counterspell. Spell Pierce, but yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, you can't. I'm sorry, there's a kill. I apologize. I'm sorry. I've seen this happen before too. Down in the third path mills them, and then you loop the Fountain in the third path with the Regent and the Dragonstorm, and you just keep bouncing until you get this. You bounce it, read ahead, chapter 3, play it, bounce it, keep going, and you go through all the way. So you mill them out that way. I apologize. I do that too. It's whatever. And the sideboard's got some creatures in it. Overlord of the Mistmoors, Voice of Victory, Beza. A little confused about Clarion Conqueror. What the goal is this is. It can turn off Ghost Vacuum and do a few other things, but seems a little like, I don't know, iffy. But gotta have anti-hate cards. Rest in Peace. The deck is kind of fragile because it is weak to like Rest in Peace, Ghost Vacuum. It's weak to counterspells. It's weak to duresses. It's weak to, pressure. Potentially our removal spell on your 1/1, but still manages to overcome all of that, which is kind of surprising. But let's fire it up. Let's do our thing and get ready to the games. Brought to you by Ultimate Guard, my fantastic sponsor. Ultimate Guard. You got a lot of Magic cards, folks. You gotta put them somewhere. How about a Smart Hive, right? How about the Katana sleeves? How about the Archive and other great deck boxes they have? Fantastic supplies, also a great company. They just do great work in the community. They ran the coverage for the RC last weekend, which is awesome. They have boots at every Magic Con. Great company. Check them out on ultimateguard.com, or wherever fine Ultimate Guard products are sold near you. On the play, chat, coming out, man. And yeah, it's fine. We can keep this. We have Omniscience, so we discard it. We got Moment of Truth. Pretty good. Definitely a newer version of a deck. Definitely updated. Definitely got a lot of cards from Dragonstorm, as you can clearly see. Archive number 2. Or we're going to keep this. We want the land. So we can go turn 2 Dragonstorm, turn 3 Tapland Dragonstorm. We don't got a mirror here, do we? All right, so let's fire up the Dragonstorm and see where we go. Instant resolve. Draw 2. Double Spell Pierce, which of course can defend the combo, can counter a Corey Steelcutter, and so on and so forth. Oh man, we actually have a mirror here. All right, we'll Dragonstorm again. Maybe actually we want to start spell piercing stuff. Nah, we'll wait on that. We'll Dragonstorm again. Looking for our Awakening. We find the one Misrise village actually, which is interesting. Let's discard an extraneous River Regent. This will come in tap no matter what. It's not really an important thing for us this game. We find the Awakening. Pretty cool. They do nothing. So this is weird. So maybe they're just blue-white control, in which case the Dragonstorm's going to be insane. We're not going for this here. Obviously, there's no reason to do that. I just Dragonstorm again, actually. Leave up Spell Pierce. We get Moment of Truth on their turn also. I'm thinking in my hand I want to discard, really. I'm just going to play this tap this again. We got Spell Pierces for days. We got Moment of Truth, end step. Alright, so it's a mirror. I actually kind of like Spell Piercing this. It's going to get worse as the game goes on. We have a second copy anyway. Yeah, I kind of like this. Just cash it in now, you know? Play an island. Nothing like an Omniscience Bearer to start your day, right? Come on now. So looking for a land here. Let me find a land. Sure. Bottom of the library. Sure, that's fine. Alright, so we untap. And I'm pretty happy going forward here, I think, with Spell Pierce up. I guess if they have their own Spell Pierce, we can kind of blown out. Maybe we just wait. Just like cast stock up. Just cast Dragonstorm. We're not really going to rush. The fear would be if they were to like end step, discard, and untap in combo. So maybe we need to leave Spell Pierce up. But we could like Meringue River Regent. Yeah, I kind of like that. Let's say go. Then we're gonna wait. And because we have the village too, maybe we just like Spell Pierce this too, honestly. Like, and then we have village for awakening next turn. They could have the bounce spell, but we could just like, I mean, finding a second Omniscience would be ideal. I'm gonna Spell Pierce this. I'm not sure if this is right or not. Not actually played the game before, but we have severely stunted their development. Here's a Dragonstorm, it's fine. So we end step Sift, find a land, we can village into Abuelos. Alright, so let's cast our Omen.
When you're ready, put the corner back in the deck.
Second Omniscience is the card we're looking for. That's fantastic. So, dump the Dispersal. And now we have uncounterable Omniscience, and then the first card we're going to cast is Omniscience. So, land. How does this card work? The next spell you cast this turn can't be countered. Abuelos Awakening. X equals... Sorry, 0. Target Omniscience. And this is the really annoying part of this deck, where a lot of the fragility of your combo card being a 1/1 is mitigated by the fact that if the next spell you cast is Omniscience, it doesn't matter. So, second Omniscience. Yes, they can bounce this, but like it doesn't matter. So, because it's weird having a combo that like gets broken up by shock, but like this is the way to mitigate that and play around it. So. That being said, we are not deterministically winning the game yet. So, play Omniscience. Actually, we play card draw first. Let's play stock up first. Play stock up. We kind of brick, honestly. Sure. Dragonstorm. Draw 2. Wow, we completely brick. That's actually unbelievable. Alright. We'll discard a lockdown. We are going to put 2 Omniscience into play. This is like... I played against this deck a lot, and this has literally never happened one time. One time against me. Alright. So they go with 3 Omniscience in play and 3 Whirling Dragonstorm. Good news is they don't have Omniscience in their graveyard, but they could, in theory, just like Dragonstorm, discard it, and go off right now. If we had a way to bounce the lockdown, we could like lock down our own Dragonstorms, then bounce the lockdown, and then have all of those go off again too, but... Holy moly.
Somebody's playing a prank on me.
Ay.
How did this happen?
The win condition is looping. You just keep casting your Meringue River regions and bouncing your Dragonstorms until you find your 1 copy of Founding a Third Path, which is right there. And then you read ahead, mill your opponent for 4, and just keep bouncing it and doing it over and over again. So they mill 4, and they also have no Omniscience. We draw a 4. This is like the most embarrassing game of all time. Literally, no one's doing anything. We can blast zone our own lockdown. So we're actually going to cast lockdown here because we're going to stop the flashback too. Sure, and then we'll plan on blast zoning. We can go up 1, 2, yeah, then blow up the blast zone next turn. So, all right, so let's cast the temporary lockdown. And then we'll play an archive. Karn's very upset. Stock up goes on top, and we'll say go. We should win next turn, like, pretty clearly, I think. Hopefully. Like, it's so weird. They just never miss. When I play against them, they always have turn five Awakening with like second Omniscience, Counterspell, and the full combo every time. Karn, shut up, man.
No, you can't. Don't even try.
All right, they're going to cast a Coil and Catch. You got it. Nicole's got to get Karn out somewhere. Just got to get rid of this dog. Put him somewhere. He's barking at the landscapers. All right, they Regent. They have their own blast zone. All right, we are going to. Yeah, I apologize for Karn. One day when I'm super rich and I'm the biggest YouTuber in the world, I'll have my own office. I'll have a studio building I can go into and work with no dog or baby or anything else. But that day's not today, not tomorrow, and probably not next week either. If they get blast zone to 10, we could be in trouble. That is true.
That's it. I'm going to.
I want to lose that game, honestly. All right, cast Dock up. Blast zone going up. We are certainly taking the long way around here, but this should be good enough to win. Let's cast Stock up. Stock up, and these cards really matter, I guess. Whatever, sure. Take this. All right, so we're gonna cast Stock up again. We got our River Regents. And I think we're even without the blast, I think we're good to go here. So, freebie on the Coil and Catch.
It's a sign. It's an omen.
It's a coincidence, Dad.
And freebie on the Coil and Catch. And freebie on the Moment of Truth. And whatever, hand. And freebie on the Regent. Coil and Catch back in. Yeah, we're good to go here, folks. We've done it. And put this in our hand. Some clown music when we're going off here, right? All right, and then we're gonna cast Moment of Truth. Find the Founding of a Third Path, sure. Graveyard, library. All right, so now we're going to. We need to. We'll do the Blast Zone thing, sure. So pop Blast Zone. Blow up Lockdown. All of our dragon things come into play. They're deciding what to read ahead. Eventually we'll draw our dragons. We're gonna set up a loop where we're just bouncing a dragon, bounces a dragon, and a Founding the Third Path, and then we just keep looping that, win the game that way. And they're gonna mill us, which is adorable. I guess if they milled all 4 dragons there, we would lose, but could have played dragon to bounce lockdown. Oh, that's true. Good idea, Dan. Dan's correct. I could have just played dragon and bounced lockdown. Very fair. All roads lead to Rome here, I think, though. All right, so now we found a third path. Play it for free. Hopefully they'll just concede and not make us do the loop. But we're gonna mill these some cards. Then we're gonna cast the Regent. We're gonna bounce. Whatever. It's these two. Return those as well. Cast Fountain of the Third Path. Mill them for 4 cards. And the loop has been established. I feel like this card should have been bounce target. Actually, if it's bounce target non-dragon, so it's really bad in the format, I guess. So, all right, so they conceded, right? So there you go. So could have bounced the lockdown. Either way, we got there, pretty cool. So yeah, Mirror is certainly interesting, and a lot of his deck is like the game 1s are pretty rudimentary. Like with most combo decks, it's the game 2 and 3s that are really kind of crazy. Where like now, how do you sideboard? What do you do? You know, so on. So lockdowns are out. They're not good. All right. Cool. Negate. Change the equations a little weird. Do we want some alternate win cons? Maybe. Voice Victory is insane. Oh, I can hear it though. Get Lost. Seems like probably not a winnable exchange here. What's up? Do you need me?
I mean, they were knocking. Did you want me to?
You want to play this Omniscience deck? 1 second. Did you answer the door?
No, I didn't.
Go talk to them. I'll tell me there in a second. Sorry, folks. Who's Dragonstorm? I can always change the equations too, honestly. I guess I don't counter that much, but whatever. We'll try to work on this. All right. Sorry, folks. I did the landscapers and Nicole did unpause the video, so it's all her fault. Where is our main phase right now?
Yeah.
Is it turn 3 or 2?
I played a land.
All right.
Turn 2.
Okay.
We drew a moment of truth.
Sure.
They played a polisher. We drew moment of truth, and I played Blast Zone, and that is what has happened.
Okay. So Nicole mulliganed and got us into this horrible situation
Good job.
where we didn't draw any lands. That's okay. We're fine. Everything's cool.
But our opponent doesn't know that yet, 'cause it's only turn 2. We
Right.
have another chance to draw a land.
Right. So they're abolishing.
Slow your roll.
All right. They discard this on their own. Cassian's screaming. It's just like freaking war zone. It's just unbelievable. All right. Baby's screaming, dog's barking. We draw a Dragonstorm. We missed the land again. Yeah, I mean, we might just die next turn, but we can't do anything about it anyway, so whatever, I guess, right? So here's Dragonstorm. Spell piercers are off because of the Abolisher. We missed out land anyway. Jeez. Now I actually like want them to kill us next turn, you know? Sure. And this is attacking, not tap. That's really annoying. I guess Moment goes 3 cards deep. Probably should guess the Moment instead, but whatever. Just maximum chaos. Yeah, just kill me, please, opponent. We can go to game 3. Missing a land drop is probably a death sentence in this matchup anyway. Grand Abolisher. I mean, we missed again? Jeez. Any land in the top 3? They have spell pierce me here. All right, we can go to the next game. All right. Thanks for that. That was a fun game. Okay, anyway, so going to game 3, we see Abolishers now. I think his Get Lost should come in. His dispersals are really bad. I don't know why I didn't board those out. I'm sorry, folks. Just freaking... There's a shit show over here. All right, so we don't necessarily want... We don't know how many Abolishers they even have, you know? Overlord's interesting. Like, on the play especially. It's a decent clock. The game's gonna get ugly. Let's bring 2 Overlords. I don't think the Omniscience deck is that good. I think it is fine. Man, we suck. So this deck shouldn't scare you off playing Standard, you know? You know, probably 5th, 6th most played deck in the format, maybe. Kind of hard to play, so... All right, we're going to mulligan this. We just have 2 lands and no way to draw lands, so... Mulligan into a pretty good hand. We're going to keep this. Dump Moment of Truth. They want to keep both combo pieces, so... Yeah, a lot of hate. A lot of hate for sure. Abolisher, I like the other card a lot better. It just pressures more. But I could be wrong. It's also not easy to cast, necessarily easy to cast Abolisher either, so... Alright, so end step moment. We find land 3. Fantastic. And we're going to put the Get Lost. We put the Awakening in the graveyard, they'll know we have one in our hand. Is anything that our shuffle our deck? No, right? Sure, that's fine. So, put this in the graveyard. Put this in our deck. Untap. Land 3, stock up. Oh, region shuffles, right. Whatever, it's fine.
Is there anybody in here?
They're just going to resolve. So, this is pretty interesting. I think it's pretty telling that they're casting their Moment of Truth on their end step because they really want it to resolve. They're concerned with it being countered, meaning they probably need to make land drops. That's my thought. We draw Voice, which is great. We push stock up, which is great. We want Dragonstorm. And the gate is, like, interesting. Obviously, if they have a Abolisher, it's terrible. It does help defend us, though. We kind of need lands, too, though. Sure, let's do this. Next turn, we can Voice of Victory and Dragonstorm, which is pretty good. Yeah, like, they can't even cast Abolisher, you know? All right, what do you got? All right, so we're going to rock the Voice of Victory. And then we're going to rock the Dragonstorm. They have not going off next turn, so draw 2, discard Omniscience, and we're clear for takeoff next turn. Just like that, we're good to go. All right, so there's been an awakening. We actually have the loop here anyway, so cast a Regent. We're gonna bounce Dragonstorm. It bounces anyway, it doesn't really matter, I guess, but cast Dragonstorm. And more dragons. It's Omen too, whatever. It doesn't really matter to me, honestly. Alright, so yeah, do that. Play dragon. Bounce these two. And we just have the loop. So we just loop through our deck until we find the saga, and then we do a loop with the saga, milling each time, and so on and so forth. So there you go. A little ugly, but we got there. All right, round 2. That is some ham we got there. I'm uploading today's video, Toots. I want the Izzet deck to go up today. Not the other deck. We're gonna mulligan.
Sure.
Into double lockdown. This sounds great. We have the first lockdown, which is very important. What? Man, it is absolute chaos today. Just everything's just chaos. All right. Marauding Mako. All right, so we got we've got the Oculus deck here, which probably gonna come down to how many spell piercers they can draw. Let's have been this. All right. And we got Dragon Hunt, just to draw a card. Love it. Discard an Oculus, sure. 2 mana, draw a card, discard a card is a heinous Magic card. So, oh no, they screwed up. No, I forgot.
Throw yourself in next time and rid us of your stupidity.
So, when you discard, you have to kill the creature. So they just spent 2 mana to draw a card, discard a card, and kill their own creature. That being said, they did put an Oculus in the graveyard, so they got that going for them. All right, play a land. Let's play Whirling Dragonstorm and just start doing our thing. That's so hilarious. All right, draw 2. I guess we're discarding probably a lockdown at this point, honestly. It's a lot. Let's start a land, but so funny. Mythic players are human too. All right, so they have the Oculus. Unfortunately, it's a pretty fast clock, so we need to find one of our bounce spells maybe, or just go off and win. So, and they're gonna helping hand. Sure, bring that guy back too. Sure, give him a second shot. You know. So they do their thing. They only have 1 card left. It's gonna come down to Spell Pierce, I think. We draw Omniscience, which is awesome. Just get a Moment of Truth, right? Moment of Truth. That's not the card I thought it was. I'm sorry. I was thinking of the other card. We got lucky anyway. It doesn't matter. But I thought it was Dragonstorm. I'm a disaster today, folks. I'm sorry. I apologize. Stock up to hand. Omniscience in the graveyard. That goes in the deck. We play a land. And now we're halfway there. Need to find the Abuelos. We can lock down just to remove this stuff and just buy some time. There's an Inti, sure. So, we take 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage? That's a lot. Alright. Wouldn't mind finding the bounce spell, right? That's a lot of damage. Allergies are going off. Everything's working. So, we can, we actually just have to lock down here, right? And then we need to just draw the card or we can't win. Or a bounce spell. Sure. This is really, really awkward. So, lockdown, say go. We take 6, they make a 2/2, and we need to draw a bounce spell or the Abuelos to win. This is actually kind of, like, weird. Like, this game, like, I guess they had turn 3 Oculus, so, like, it's still pretty good for them, but, like, the rest of our draw was heinous. Alright, here we go. And this is a deck where you really want to win your game 1s, which we are not doing right now, so. Alright, let's cast stock up. And we did not find 2 copies of the copy of the bounce spell. Alright, that's pretty embarrassing to lose this game, I guess, but sure. Yeah, we're going to game 2. They killed their own creature on turn 2 and didn't do anything else to put an Oculus in play, basically. We lost. Sure. That is, that's tough. So, we're going to bring in what? We're going to bring in, I don't think Locked is very good against them. It's not really a part of the plan. Voice of Victory. Voice is kind of nice. Obviously, we're scared of graveyard hate of some kind. Probably have Ghost Vacuum if they had anything. The Conqueror does stop that. Do we want a Vacuum of our own as well? Spellpierce Dispersal. Could bring some Overlords and try to play a more controlling game. That's kind of sketchy, I think. Conqueror does turn off the Vacuum. We also have our Blast Zones for Vacuums too. Voice of Victory is good against their counterspells. They shouldn't have that many of those. Dispersal's like, it's okay against them. The Rat's kind of interesting too. It's bad against counterspells, but I don't think this is a very spell piercing matchup, actually. I kind of want the creatures. Yeah, let's try this. I'm not really sure. Get lucky with the archive, right? Omniscience to the bin. Maybe. All right, here we go. Boom. Entomb. Not quite. Land 4. We can ship that. We have a lot of looting to find the next land, so. Played the Bant Mill deck on a prior stream. Look for the YouTube video to go up at some point. Spoiler alert, it wasn't very good, but we'll Dragonstorm first before voicing. Voice can be played later. And draw. That's not ideal, but sure. All right. They play Lando number 2. I imagine they boarded out their Glacial Dragon hunts, so our boy should be fine, but here's Inti. Sure, it's pretty good for us. Draw Fountain of a Third Path. Not a card you want to really draw, but sure. So we're going to go land. We'll just play Voice of Victory and have Dispersal up for the Inti and say go. Alright. Fantastic for us. They're going to commit to a Profs, which augments their creature and doesn't put any other threats in play. And then we get to Dispersal. Discard an Oculus, which is a little annoying, but... Top card is a land, sure. So, fire up the old Dispersal. We now have tons of time. And I'm going to bid both these, I think. We can do better. We just want to go deeper and try and find our Omniscience. Sure, so that's fine. I'm just going to sorcery speed this because, like, they can counter it on their turn. If they have, like, you know, bring this back, Spell Pierce, it'd be pretty bad for us, so. Draw 3 and discard. You can't discard the Fountain of a Third Path. I guess Dragonstorm, I guess. And say go. Voice is not no counters. It's easy to shortcut and think this card means your opponent can't play counter spells. That's not true. It's your opponent can't cast spells on your turn. They can still counter a card on their own turn on their end step. So they go Inti, they go FOMO, they discard a Profs. Awesome. Find an Inti. So we're still at 20. They're applying no pressure. It's fantastic for us. Draw land. We can River Regent and then also Dispersal, which I kind of like. Oh, you get a Blaze back. Right. Okay, sure. That makes sense. That's actually reasonable. They could Ghost you Vacuum it, though. But, alright, so we're going to say... Again, I think I want to cast this thing Sorcery Speed. And then we'll Dispersal on their turn, too. Sure. Oh my god, leave me alone! Alright, play a land. Say go. Say go. Four cards in hand. 2 cards in the bin. They got an Oculus there. Yeah, and also, you don't need the Founding to win. Like, you do get to just, like, put your whole deck in play. You just put 4 dragons in play and bounce all of our stuff, and, like, that should be enough to win the game most of the time. Play Stories. Pretty good Profs. Gonna be really bad against our Dispersal, though. Sorry, folks. It's seasonal allergy time, and it's hitting hard. Here's a Marauding Mako. They have double attacks and double triggers now, but, like, I think that's still fine. So here come the boys. I think I will, so we're going to untap this for a second attack. So we'll just, we'll Dispersal the 3/3, because it's attacking again next turn, so... I can let Inti resolve, I guess, but we find the Omniscience. We currently have no way to discard it, though. Man, I feel like this deck never has to work as hard when I'm playing against it. Oh, I'm sorry, it's a Surveil. It's not Scry, it's Surveil. I'm an idiot. I'm dumb, you're smart, etc., etc.
I look like a jackass.
Alright, second Profs, they're dead. So easy. Super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Yeah.
Alright. Get back the Omniscience. And, yeah. I mean, it's not deterministic that they're dead, but that's fine. Cool. Game 3. Not Scry. It is Surveil. Must be nice. So we saw no hate at all. Not even a counterspell or anything. Does seem like Wrath is pretty good in this matchup. It's awkward with the creatures though, right? Like, I'm not sure Clarion Conquer is even like what we want. Just if they play a Ghost Vacuum, it does get pretty awkward. Maybe we want like the Spell Pierces seems super sketchy, right? They just don't counter much. On the draw too. Maybe these Conquerors are bad. Maybe I just want like the Wrath. I almost don't hate Beza against them either, honestly. They go wide and blocks and stuff. They are maybe lockdowns awkward with Voice of Victory, obviously, but maybe we do have a few lockdowns. Let's do that. Let's bring some 2 lockdowns on the draw. We're like obviously just trying to defend against an aggro start, so and it's back into. All right, hand is it's fine. Like Dispersal, lockdown, in one half of the combo. Next big tournament is the regional championship in Minneapolis this weekend. I'm doing coverage, and I hope to see you there. Pretty happy just dispersing this on turn 2, I think. Turn 1. We have lockdown too, I guess. I don't know. Let's see what they do. Let's see where their head's at. Profs would be the ideal play here. They play a FOMO. They discard a Destroy Evil. Yeah, we're shit Dispersal here. Make him replay it. Make him reset it. Wow. Bin the Omniscience. Second copy of Abuelo's in hand. Cool. We are actually a little light on, like, card draw, like, things to do with the Omniscience, but that's what most of our deck is. So, RC is this weekend. This weekend. Here's the mock-up. Should have played the Village. Yeah, you're right. Sure. You're not wrong. Alright, lock it up. Could have Spell Pierce here. I think it's fine, though. They don't. Oh, man. These allergies are killer, folks. Steam Core Scholar. Cool. The Oculus deck, I played this deck at the Pro Tour. Obviously, I regret it because I did poorly. But, like, I don't know. It just, like, looks so good and so appealing, but it just, like, doesn't do that well. I don't know. It just, like, doesn't play as well as it looks. Doesn't apply a lot of pressure in these kind of combo matchups too, but all right. So I think we're gonna like go for the thing. We actually have nothing to do with this yet, but I know it does well. It's like a fine deck, and I think good players gravitate towards it. So obviously it's gonna skew better because the good players are playing it. But all right, so sure. Problem here is that like. So that's the kind of opponent you can board your win cons out against because we had literally nothing. We were literally just playing Voice of Victory and saying go. To be fair, we're probably still a pretty heavy favorite because like we just draw any cantrip start to go off. But that's pretty funny. All right, on the play. Hand Stains are gonna mulligan. Hand Stains gonna mulligan.
Somebody's playing a prank on me.
Hand Stain's gonna keep. We dump Lockdown. It's probably gotta be Spell Pierce. Like, it could be the Dragon. Like, Lockdown handles a lot of what we want to Spell Pierce anyway. And, like, we just need to make land drops and stuff. And actually have some card draw to follow up and get out of our mulligan, so. Oh, please. If they played Hopeless Nightmare, then I might have lost it. But no Hopeless Nightmare, thankfully. Nothing like mulling to 5 on the play and getting Hopeless Nightmare. And they're playing black whites. I mean, this looks really good for us. I mean, these slower decks just like are very bad against this deck. Unless they're really hateful. Already have Omniscience. You want the land. So we want land and Roiling Dragonstorm. Fantastic. And our opponent's not doing anything. Let me draw it. Okay. I'm gonna Meringue rather than Dragonstorm. It's more mana efficient. We're not in a rush to do anything yet. We also might surprise them too if they tap out for like a shield or something like that. I don't know what the hell we're doing, honestly, but all right. So yeah, their hand just like 19 go for the throats, temporary lockdowns. The common black-white deck is like the Pixie lockdown deck with like main deck lockdowns. But all right, so don't got it yet. Let's cast Dragonstorm. We want to hold one Omni in our hand to play around our removal spell. And we'll discard a land. And, yeah. It's gonna keep going. Serious question, can you lose to Sparky? I thought it just, like, didn't swing for lethal. They're gonna play Nowhere to Run. Just gonna play it. For Pixie, I guess? Don't want to have a 2-2. This is embarrassing. And Unholy Annex, sure. Yeah, I mean, they are doing some things, I guess. They're going to strategic betrayal me. Target opponent exiles a creature they control and their graveyard. Wow. Whoo. Didn't see that one coming. Yeah, I guess. 2 mana exile your graveyard. I guess that's annoying. Sure. Well, let's find another one. We have infinite time, so... I find the Abuelos. So put that into our hand. And we'll Spell Pierces go away. Yeah, sure. Draw the Meringue. Cool. Alright, well, we'll just do the thing, I guess. Yeah, so play a land, say go. We'll just end step River Regent, and then try and do the thing again. Yeah, they unlock a room here, but it's embarrassing. Yeah, so cool. Yeah, this seems like a phenomenal matchup. Barring a bunch of hate in the sideboard. Yeah, not quite go blank. Alright, so we're going to Omen.
When you're ready, put the card back in the deck.
Discard Omniscience. We're going to untap and win the game. If that's cool with everyone else. There's been an awakening. Alright, and I guess we're not like rolled up yet, but we're basically rolled up. I probably should cast this first, but alright, so black-white, this is like the anti-Corey Steelcutter deck. They have like lockdowns and removal spells for days. Very slow against us. Not very exciting. So need to make sure we can beat their hate. So I don't know if it's an Overlord matchup. I don't think that 2 Overlords is enough to actually beat them. Voice of Victory. Like, we're scared of Graveyard Hate and Discard. The win con is you loop 2 dragons with a founding of a 3rd path. You just mill them for 4, bounce dragon, bounce dragon, founding, play founding, mill for 4, play dragon, bounce dragon, bounding, etc. So, I would say that Negate is a draw. I would say that Get Lost. I mean, they could have Rest in Peace. I guess Lockdown's terrible. We cut the 4 lockdowns, so cut the lockdowns. I mean, Lockdown, it does hit the demon if they're playing any Pixie. The problem is, like, if they play Hopeless Nightmares and crap and they just kill the lockdown, it's really bad for us too, so I don't think we want that. We're on the draw, and Beza is kind of interesting. I don't think voice matters that much. Get Lost is kind of interesting too. Change the Equation. It counters a lot of like pretty good cards, but I think I want. Maybe do want a lockdown or 2. Maybe Blast Zones. I honestly have no idea how to sideboard for this matchup. I don't even know because I don't have a bunch of. This is also a deck that benefits greatly from open deck lists, where just like you just know it, you don't hate their bringing in, which is huge. I don't know, honestly. All right, try it again. We mulliganed to 5 that game too, didn't we? Maybe this deck is good. All right, we're gonna mulligan this and keep. It's kind of cute actually, where if they Hopeless Nightmares, we just discard the Omniscience, but You can try and like transformational sideboard like a pseudo control deck with this deck, but like I don't know if I like that plan to the fullest extent. I do love me a transformational sideboard. I'm a big fan of that, just in general. But right, so we draw Blast Zone, which is very good actually. Push my down, buffer, Spell Pierce or whatever. It's fine. Here comes Hopeless Nightmare. So discard Omniscience. If they have land, Ghost Vacuum, so be it. Just gonna scry again. Yeah. Oh. We're gonna Moment of Truth. I think you prefer to cast this when you have a card you actively want to discard. Alright, so they're gonna Pixie and then do the Hopeless Nightmare again. Alright, so let's Truth response. I think I want another Truth. Alright, so we'll discard a land. I would say probably Island. And I guess we're once again at a Moment of Truth. I mean, I guess we have Dispersal in our deck too. I guess we want that against the Dragons maybe, but did I see the Alchemy Corrections? No, I'm not. I saw them a little bit, but right, here's Rest in Peace. So can't Spell Pierce this. Can't negate this. It's fine. We have Blast Zone. We can just destroy it. We're not in a huge rush here, so. Big thing is, like, as with most combo decks, in order to beat this deck, your goal is to have hate cards. You have to also apply pressure, too. You can't just, like, play a hate card. Like, oh, play recipes, you can't win anymore. It's like, nah, these decks have ways to get around that. You know, they'll figure it out. Moment of Truth. And this card goes the deepest, so let's do this. Graveyard deck. Alright, we're just gonna untap. Not dispersing the Pixie, so we'll just say go. Just gonna fire up the old Dragon.
Dragon, not lizard. I don't do that tongue thing.
Alright, land 5, 3 cards in hand. Take 2. And they play an Annex. Sure. That's fine. Not going for the Demon, leaving up 2 mana. So that means they probably have a removal spell. They're trying to really cover all their bases. I think making a 6/6 there is probably just better. So I can't do everything all at once. You want to apply as much pressure as possible, but you draw an Overlord. Overlord's pretty nice here, actually. Want to save Dispersal for the actual Demon itself, so just dump this. I'm just going to cast an Overlord, I think. They could also have a Kithkin or Kieran for the to bounce Rest in Peace. That's fair. Try to protect it. Draw a card. Spell Burst is kind of cool too. So we're just going to Overlord here, leaving up a blue.
Spawn more overlords.
This certainly slows their clock down by a significant margin, so it's also a card that needs to be answered eventually. Typically, sideboard games slow down a lot, so things like Impending get a lot better. Soulstone Sanctuary. That is a demon, so we need to be aware of the Annex. Alright. So, probably should have tapped this. Now they only have 1 mana up. We draw Abuelos. Obviously can't use that yet. Let's cast a Dragonstorm. Okay. Blast Zone's interesting. Push Blast Zone up by 1 and Dispersal the Sanctuary when it attacks. Honestly, Spell Pierce is looking kind of iffy here. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. So, play Blast Zone. We're not attacking. We'll just say go. I guess they might not attack with the Sanctuary because I have two blockers up. Maybe I should have attacked, actually. Because I want to entice the Soulstone attack. And now they might not do it. Hopeless Nightmare. Sure. I think they might have us this game. Start Spell Pierce. You're not burning the non, are you?
I burnt it.
You burnt the non?
I burnt
I
it.
swear to God. Burn my non. They're gonna Pixie.
On purpose. Yeah.
Nightmare again. Man. Alright. Not the non! I think we're dead this game. We could have popped the Blast Zone for 1. Yeah, that's probably correct. With 2 Nightmares and 2 Pixies in play. I'll blame Nicole for distracting me. But also thank her for lunch, so it's fine.
Yeah, just still do it now, right?
Oops. No, because now I've already discarded the card, and, like, we're just in bad shape. Yeah. Yeah, this is just, like, too much, I think. Okay, this is actually actively good for us, I think. Because this will make them attack with the Sanctuary, which we wouldn't want. So, we're going to block here. Dispersal of the Sanctuary. They have 1 card left. Pump the Blast Zone to 2. The problem is, like, we don't have a way to find Omniscience yet. And we're already down 1 Omniscience. They have a Kieran. And they're going to bounce the Pixie. Yeah. Yeah, I think they have just a little too much this game. Yeah, the extra discards too, because I don't have a way to actually discard Omniscience even if we draw it. So, like, I'm not even sure what we're drawing to. Probably not land. And they get to Nightmare me again. You know what I mean? Yeah, we're just gonna go next game. We just got... Yeah, that's fine. Much better draw on their part, obviously. Had the rest in peace. Now we're on the play. Are we interested in Lockdown? It's obviously horrifying to lock down a bunch of Nightmares and get it destroyed. But, I'm actually going to take the Overlords out. I actually like Beza on the play a lot, too. Because you'll often draw a card off of it. And it's a pretty huge blocker. I think Dispersal's a little iffy against them. We have Get Lost, which is cool. I think I like the idea of, like 2 lockdowns. Spell Pierce is also better on the play, too. Maybe we don't want. I mean, Dispersals are kind of against them, honestly. And then Get Lost, negate. Let's just do 1 Beza. On the play. Hand is not good. We do. I mean, it's funny because like, if they play a Hopeless Nightmare, our hand's like kind of fine. I'm gonna keep. I hate mulling against the discard deck. We have insurance for the first discard. We have lands, our combo piece, and like our deck is just all cantrips, you know. So they have duress instead. It's kind of awkward, but sure. All right. Hi, Cassian. Oh, thanks for my drink, Cassian. Thank you very much. You're a very good helper. All right, we draw a land. Kind of tilts. So you go. Here, Cassian. Can you bring us to the kitchen, please? Put that in the sink, okay? Thank you, Cassian.
What do you say?
All right, play a land. Say go. They probably have Kieran. Let's have him draw a lockdown. Sure. I actually like playing Blast Zone here and start pumping it up to 2. Sego. No Kieran is nice. That is great. Sanctuary. It's looking more like game 1 here, right? Where they kind of just sit here and do nothing. The question is, if they tap out for an Annex here, do we just cast Awakening for Omniscience, knowing full well we can't combo? Because they might just concede. Like, do we go for the bluff again? They're in a tank. Because they're thinking so hard about it, right? And like they don't want to risk it. And like, if we do it, they'll get so tilted. They might just do it. Whatever. So, Blast Zone up. I think we're gonna prep for Rest in Peace. We draw Stock Up, which is an absolute banger. Let's play Plains first, though. Oh, let's have like that. Stock it up. Stock up now, baby. You're telling me you and me forever. Draw some cards. No, flanker, more hate. All right, they're going to exile my Omniscience. Which is a weird thing to do in response, because, like, now I know I need to find another Omniscience. So now we just take Dragonstorm and Omniscience. Kind of weird, but... And we say go. Next turn we have Dragonstorm and maybe Lockdown. Man. This is pretty hateful, folks. We're already down... No, we're not. Never mind. No flying, just a doofer. Four cards left. Probably all very interactive. Obviously, they've done nothing proactive so far. Big tank. Jeez. Take the Roiling Dragonstorm. RC is this weekend, yes. Take 3. Draw Moment of Truth. So... We're going to cast this now, because, like, you might draw a sorcery you want to cast, so sure. Cast Moment of Truth. Dispersal, Get Lost, Attikar Waste. Don't really want to bounce the 3-1. Not great, honestly, but sure. I guess we're taking Get Lost. Get Lost isn't great either, but take the Get Lost. And play a land and say go. Alright, sure. They play Kieran. Like, they might just bounce the flanker and hold it in their hand. Oh, we're gonna kill the flanker. That actually works out really well for us. Because now you have a good lockdown happening too. Soulstone Sanctuary number 2. Still 3 cards left. Breaker, discard a card. They must have a graveyard hate card too. Oh, this sucks. So I discard Omniscience and they cast Rest in Peace. Or another flanker. It's pretty hard to not discard Omniscience though, right? Like, yeah, whatever. They'll cast Rest in Peace. We'll lock down it. And go from there. It's another breaker. Alright, we discard Founding of the Third Path, and we could still win if it's in the graveyard with Awakenings. Yeah, we could still win, so... What's this last card? And why not map first? Dreams of Steel and Oil. Artifact or creature card. That card seems heinous against us. It's like no hits. A Spell Pierce. Spell Pierce is nice. Alright, so let's cast the lockdown. Mop it all up. Hope that last card's not good. They do have the Sanctuaries to kill us with, so they have a pretty fast clock in play. Wait, why did I just... What do they have in play? I think I just won, right? What am I doing? Sure. Just win next turn, I guess. It's fine, but... I don't know why I didn't have Omniscience there. I guess we don't have anything to do with it, but... Yeah, I don't think actually don't have anything to do with it. But in my mind, they had crap in play, so I had to like get rid of the crap first. But there wasn't actually a Rest in Peace in play, so well, that's pretty good. All right, we're off to the races, folks. Let's do this. This is pretty impressive. I have not played great in these games, and like we're about to be 3-0 probably. Dragonstorm, Beza. That works. Okay. Let's. Beza will... Oh, let's Dragonstorm first. Draw 2. Okay, that's really good. Discard Spell Pierce. What's this dragon doing? We can... Let's go land, draw. It doesn't matter. We actually want the land because we don't draw more cards. So then let's go cast dragon. Bouncing. Oh, it's non-lands. Funny. Beza. This is going to bounce anyway. So sure. And now Dragonstorm. Okay, discard a land. Dragonstorm. We also, like, might not be able to win the game, but we can put ourselves in a spot where, like, we just can't really lose, you know? All the stuff in play. Damn! Heater's on top. So we're drawing stock up. Yeah. Play Beza. Draw. I should bounce that, I guess. Whatever, it doesn't matter. The game's over. We win now. So, yeah, it's fine. So, all right, sick. 3-0. And with, you know, a little bit of pilot error also, which is kind of impressive. All right, so 3-0. Could have played better also. It's literally my first time playing the deck. So, like, sure, you know. Honestly, more impressed than I thought I would be. From playing on the other side, I've kind of been not super impressed with this deck. But having played it now, it is pretty good, honestly. I'm kind of impressed. It's a pretty good amount of flexibility of sideboard and stuff and anti-hate cards or whatever. And that was kind of sweet. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, deck's just good, you know? But, yeah, pretty good stuff. More to go on stream. YouTube folks, love you, like, comment, subscribe. You're all great. Peace.